Ryan, your host. I'm a little wound up this week for the weekend video, folks. Yeah, this is the part 2 of the Alice Cooper Artist Spotlight video. The video. Yeah, this is part 2. Alice Cooper goes solo. He's flying solo after the breakup of the OG original Alice Cooper band, for which I need to refer you to that video, which I did, I think, 2 videos ago, maybe last weekend, or maybe it was the video before, whatever. But anyway, you gotta check that one out. This is part 2, the sequel, Alice Cooper goes solo. All right, but first, you know what time it is, baby. It's the big chug time. I've taken a few chugs already, if you can't tell. I've also taken a few tugs. Yes! Oh shit! All right, let's tip it back, man. To a happy New Year to everybody out there and their families. A toast to all the commenters, all the subscribers, all those who are spreading the word of Cosmic Vinyl. Gotta love that shit, right? Let's do it.
Oh, yes, my good friend, of course.
Yes, the nectar. All right. So, after the album Muscle of Love, the original Alice Cooper band decided to call it quits. Dunzo, right? So why did the Alice Cooper band, the original Alice Cooper band, who rocked so hard and were just, a huge draw live, why would they decide to end a good thing, right? Well, they were kind of winding down as far as their peak goes. And really, they needed a break, man. Constant touring. Some of the guys in the band wanted to do solo projects. So there was that kind of thing. There was also, they were probably getting sick of each other. I'm sure there was in-band fighting, as there always is with these kind of deals. And I think there was a disagreement about the money that was being sunk back into the band, especially for their stage shows. I know that Alice was all about just pumping back into the live show, as that's what their bread and butter was, man. And so there was that, and also it depends on what band member you talk to, but there was also an issue with Glenn Buxton's substance abuse issues, and I find that just a little odd that Glenn got picked out, because I'm sure they all were at some level of another in addiction, right? So, but Glenn did pull a switchblade out on one of the tour managers and tried to kill him. So I guess maybe that's why Glenn took the brunt of the substance abuse allegations. So yeah, there's that. But so Vincent Furnier goes on. He takes the Alice Cooper name, not just for his new effort, but also for his actual name. I mean, everybody called him Alice anyway, because everybody thought he was Alice Cooper. So now he really was Alice Cooper. So and he hit the ground running, baby. And we're gonna show you the first vinyl right now, the first record. It's a killer. It's a killer. One of the greatest album covers of all time. Check that out. Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare.
Welcome to my nightmare. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Released in 1975 on Atlantic Records. The only album that they released on Atlantic Records. A concept album, which you're going to see a pattern as I show each record here, because I think they're all concept albums. But this one is about a kid named Steven and his nightmares. And it's really, it can be creepy, like it has elements of horror. It's got that dark humor that Alice always intervened into his songs, man. And the band is killer, man. We've got Lou Reed's backing band. You've also included Dick Wagner from the band Frost from Detroit, who would be a longtime collaborator with the Coop. You've also got Stephen Hunter on guitar as well, and those guys rip it up. I mean, those guys... I mean, Dick Wagner's a collaboration in songwriting as well. In fact, the hit song off of this, Only Women Bleed, was actually a song that was reworked and rewritten that Dick Wagner had during his time with Frost, which is a great track, by the way. But you've got Welcome to My Nightmare, Devil's Food, Black Widow. The Black Widow, featuring horror icon Vincent Price. God, Vincent Price is friggin' legendary, man. I love watching the old Vincent Price flicks, man. And Vincent Price and Vincent Furnier became actually pretty good friends back in the day. So what a great pair they were, huh? A match made in heaven, or maybe hell, right? But yeah, this is a killer way to start things off, man. Is that song Steven on there? Still to this day creeps me out big time. I used to know this kid back in high school named Gary Clymer who used to have that t-shirt back in junior high. I used to wear it. God, what a cool dude. Anyway, here's the inner sleeve with the picture there, and you've got the Black Widow. Cool stuff. All right, album number 2. This is a great cover too. Check this out. Alice Cooper Goes to Hell, released in '76, and now we're back on the Warner Brothers label. But I love that cover, man. Alice Cooper sans makeup, but he does have the Incredible Hulk suntan rocking there. Love the font too. Check that out. Just so cryptic and kind of gothic. Then you've got creepy Alice walking down. He's actually walking into hell right there, as the concept behind this album is that Alice did go to hell. And this is actually loosely a sequel to the Welcome to My Nightmare album, as well as it does include Steven, our little kid from the other album on this one as well. But yeah, the title track is a hard rocker right out of the gate, the opening track. And then the hell that he goes into isn't like what you think it is, like fire and brimstone and wailing and gnashing of teeth, and but there's a disco song that plays. It's called You Gotta Dance. So for Alice, a disco hell would be the hell that he went to. Pretty clever. And you've got Dick Wagner and Stephen Hunter on this, and they are just such great players, man. I mean, not like in like an Eddie Van Halen type way, but more like because they play within the songs, within the confines of the song, which really makes for a great jam, man. I love it. This is killer, man. And it did spawn another ballad hit, which is I Never Cry. And that's kind of a pattern, too, you're going to see, that most of the hits off of these early Alice Cooper efforts are ballads, but good ones. So this is a cool album, man. Do not sleep on this sucker. I love this album, man. Spoiler alert, he wakes up and it was a dream. He was never actually in hell. Check out this inner sleeve. Does have a little thing about Steven on there. A couple of little stories about Steven. They got this weird picture there too, man. But yeah, great album, man. Check it out. And then for the third album, now this one is one that I probably pull the least for a spin. Probably one of the lesser lauded albums in the Alice Cooper catalog. But this one's called Lace and Whiskey. God, I almost forgot I had this, but it's kind of got that cover like a film noir kind of cover there. And there's a picture on the back. There's the Coop sitting in front of his typewriter there. This released in '77 on Warner Brothers. And here's the inner sleeve on that one. And you've got, he looks like a gumshoe detective, like he's in one of those offices where it's got the glass window on the door and a name stenciled onto the door. And, the dame walks in and she's got, I'm looking for a man. You came to the right place, honey. Jesus Christ. But anyway, yeah, he's a gumshoe detective on this record. His name is Maurice Escargot. Maurice Escargot, Private Dick, Private Alice. But on this, the first three songs are just super. They're great hard rockers. He does go into a little bit of personal reflection on this one. Alice is kind of heading down a treacherous path with his alcoholism. And this is kind of like an alcoholic's confession a little bit, man. But yeah, some great tracks on here. And again, you've got the hit song as a ballad. It's You and Me Ain't No Superstar, but what we are is what we are. A little love and TV, yeah. Jesus Christ. Anyway, this is Lace and Whiskey, album 3 in the Coop catalog. Now, this next one is the album that we're listening to right now, man. My absolute favorite Alice Cooper album, whether it's the band, original band, or solo stuff, this is my favorite record right here. And it was released in 1978, again on Warner. And there it is, man. Look at that great cover, man. This is Alice Cooper from the inside. Remember when I told you about Alice's alcoholism? Well, he got to a point where he definitely needed to go into rehab. They didn't just have rehabs back then in the 70s where you go and you chill in a nice desert resort and they cater to your every need. He went into a sanitarium, man, and in New York City, and this album is basically documenting his time in the sanitarium and all the different characters that he met. Yeah, this is a different sort of horror element to it. This is the horror of the human mind in turmoil, and which is far scarier than any snakes or guillotines or friggin' hangings like part of the Alice Cooper show, man. But yeah, man. Teamed up with legendary songwriter Bernie Taupin of Elton John fame, and you can tell, man, this is polished, sounds amazing. The production on this is killer. Alice has never sounded any better vocally. The songwriting is at least a few steps above the other stuff. Again, another concept record. And you've got Dick Wagner on board. You've also got Steve Lukather of Toto on board here for some songwriting credits. The band is tight. Like I said, the production is killer. It's the characters on this are like, you've got a gambler, you got a guy. Well, here, let me just show you. It's on the trifold here, or double gatefold, or whatever the fuck it's called. But there's Jackknife Johnny, you've got the preacher back there, the nurse, the famous song Nurse Rosetta.
I see Rosetta day by day. She turns my head, makes me cough. I wanna tear my collar off, and I just can't sleep at night. Rosetta dressed in white, she got the devil's light shining in her eyes.
Nurse Rosetta, I won't let her catch me peering down her sweater, fantasizing silk suspenders on her thighs. Jesus. Great stuff, man. Great song. How I came across this record, I was in high school, maybe junior high, and I was friends with this dude named Dwayne Halligan, and him and his older brothers lived with their mom in this party house down by the river in my old hometown. And we used to go down there and party, and we'd smoke, weed, drink, and play pool. And they had this one bedroom with all these mirrors, like sectional mirrors all around the bedroom. And they had these strobe lights and disco balls and stuff. And they would put on the song on this called We're All Crazy, Inmates. It's epic jam, man. And then flip off the lights and turn on the strobes, and we're either toasted or we're friggin' frying, maybe some acid or something. And it was just a mind blower, man. And this album was mine after that, man. I had to have it. But yeah, man. Hey, why haven't they made a movie about an Alice Cooper biopic yet? I'd see that shit, right? I mean, it's cool. Alice Cooper's got a great story of rock stardom, rock bottom, and then friggin' rocking his way to redemption again. It's still out there kicking ass, man. Still out there touring to this day, man. It's a great story that needs to be put to film for sure, man. But yeah, great songs on this, hard rocking, sounds amazing. Love that record. I could go on and on about that record, man. Love it. So now, this will be the last one. Then we're going to do a part 3, but we're going into the 80s, baby. We got Alice Cooper 80, Flush the Fashion. Released in 1980 on Warner Brothers. Totally new direction, totally new sound. This is a drastic change in direction for Alice Cooper. Check it out, man. I mean, he went full on this is like new wave. I mean, this is a good post-punk album right here, man. I would put this up there with any good post-punk album of its era. I mean, the single "We're All Clones." We're all clones. All we wanted was our own. We're all Jesus Christ.
I'm a clone. I know it and I'm fine. I'm running for every day. I'm to doctor. He's on the line. We'll take incubation another day. I'm all alone, so are we all.
Love that song. You got themes about loss of identity. You've got sci-fi. You got robots. You got we're all clones. Oh, Jesus. Even a stint in the sanitarium and his brush with sobriety did not keep him on the straight and narrow. By this time, Alice Cooper was developing a heavy cocaine habit. Look at the weight loss. Look at the sunken in face. Our hero was in trouble, man. This has opens with a cover of Music Machine's Talk Talk. But it does got some great songs on it, man. Nuclear Infected, Aspirin Damage, Model Citizen. I like this, man. And as we go further on, the next chapter of this of this artist spotlight. Our hero has not hit his lowest of the low yet. We're heading into a time of adversity for our hero, Alice Cooper. But yeah, there you go, man. 5 records, first 5 of the solo career of one Alice Cooper. These next ones are among my favorites too of the Alice Cooper catalog, so I can't wait to get into them. All right, you guys, I just want to wish you all a happy new year, a safe new year, man. Don't be going out and getting all weird and messed up and putting yourself in precarious situations. Oh, Jesus. Hey, we're all grown-ups. You do what you're going to do, right? But anyway, I'd like to just give you a happy New Year's toast to all of you out there, all the subscribers, all the commenters, all you who showed support within the last year for Cosmic Vinyl, got us up over that 1,000 sub mark. We appreciate you, man. This one's for you, my friends out there. And if you're here for the first time, man, join us in Cosmic Vinyl. Experience the zaniness. Experience the great mind-blowing tunes that we show. Also, man, if you want to know when we put a video up, you'll hit that notification bell and we'll tell you. We'll tell you. And also, man, if you like what you're seeing here, I don't know why you wouldn't, but hit that thumbs up button, man. We appreciate it. Not only does it get us out there amongst further out for more people to see, we just feel good about it because people like it. Jesus. Anyway, you guys, stay cool, stay cosmic. We'll see you for the midweek video. I love you guys, man. It's only rock and roll, but we love it. Yes, we do. Goodbye.